Okay. Alright. Made it home an hour earlier than we were supposed to. Shoot. We made it home many hours before we were supposed to. I was cooking. Because we left at 6 a.m. We should have put us there at noon. I got there at 11. We wasted a bunch of time. Went out to eat at this place. What was that called? Biscuit what?
Tudor's biscuits something.
I don't know. The biscuits were like this big. Huge. Great. Amazing. Fluffy. Wonderful. Like little pillows. Ate the crap out of some biscuits and gravy. My oldest kid had something called the little tater, which is just like a bowl of taters with some cheese and stuff. It was awesome. And then hung out with Jeff's wife. He was resting. Loaded up the car and drove all the way back and got here. Well, we got here about what, 15 minutes ago, 6:15? Speed limit the whole time. But I got the motor. Anyone's in there watching? The motor has been acquired. Kind of. Got it. This thing is roll for crap. Maybe get stuck on a zip tie. Piece of junk.
Hey Rob, welcome in.
If someone knows a brand of engine hoist that doesn't get stuck on zip ties and has good wheels on it, you let me know. I gave this away like 5 months ago in a trade. It's still here. Hopefully he comes and gets it soon. Then I have an excuse to get in it. Yeah!
Appreciate the likes, thank you.
Stuff on everything. Wardrobes, airlines, canopies.
You gonna fit through there?
What?
You gonna fit? I'm gonna close the gate here so the dogs don't get out.
If anybody wants to steal an engine hoist, it's going to be behind the Jeep.
Hang on a second. You guys can come out and play if you put shoes on. Thank you. Alright, sorry about that, guys.
I'm not going to report it stolen. If it goes missing, I'll just be able to tell the guy that someone stole it. Thanks to Jeff, we now have a couple other goodies that came with this thing. He just through the garage and his wife just said if it belongs to a Chevy, take it. And the engine stands. Okay. That's super cool. We got some more new stuff. Stuff we can use. Chevy-powered twin V8 2006 Grand Marquis LS that ever existed. I've doubled the horsepower and the weight. So the plastics. I did also tell
Excuse me.
Mr. Jeff that anybody that needs any of these parts that I'm not going to use, they're free. So I'm going to take this throttle body off. If you need one, it's free. I'll throw away the upper intake. It's pretty crusty. This complete intake, this throttle body, the spider injection system, the sensors, every sensor on this that we're not going to use. If you need it, let me know. I don't want to give it to somebody that's trying to resell them for a couple of dollars. If you need it, no matter. Something cool. I don't feel right selling it because I didn't buy it. So if you guys need any of these parts that we're going to take off, like the valve covers, I'm probably going to take the heads off just to see what we're working with, the cylinders. I don't know if I'm going to put them back on, so if you need a set of heads for your Quartet 350, let me know. Everything in here is heavy. Gave me a sweet engine stand, which we needed because, you know, mine have engines on it. This
Hey, Reptar.
Now I gotta find the bolts to go with that. I don't know what's in this box. Like WP.
Yes, Reptar.
It's in bad shape. Not in good shape. Keep pop. Usually we use hoses.
You missed.
That's the trash.
Where's part 3, 4, and 5? They probably haven't uploaded yet, to be honest. We kept going in and out of service. So every time I tried to turn on a live. Alright, Reptar. Every time I tried to turn on a live, it kept saying that it was connecting.
Alternator bracket, I believe. Maybe. Air conditioning crap. I don't know what this sensor's do. I don't know. It's something I need. It's like water. I'll hang on to this stuff for about a week or so if any of the viewers need it. Shoot me a message.
We did make a bunch of clips that we're going to make into a video.
Ooh, starter.
So that'll be fun.
I'm not going to use that. I always keep these because this has like a little check valve in it. They come in handy if you lose one that you had.
Does that Crown Vic have the 4.6? Hi, Emily.
Drove this thing all the way home. And
Yeah.
still gapped everyone else when I was a kid.
Was it a 10-hour round trip?
10-hour round trip made it me. Yeah, cooking.
She was low, though.
Yeah, it's great on everything. I don't know if it's any good. Starter. Probably use that.
Daddy, yes, sir. Welcome in. My mom has a Grand Marquis, too. They are very nice cars.
Alternator, I don't know if it's any good. We'll check. The water temp sensor I need. Something. ACV valve. Sugar cap. That's correct. Nope. Yeah, it's a correct cap.
Appreciate the likes, guys. Appreciate everybody stopping in.
Pretty much it. So
Goodbye. Put the stuff back in it.
box of goodies there. What's down here is a one-piece romaine seal free kitty. Still trim pieces for this Chevrolet.
Alright, I'm gonna set you guys down real quick. I gotta find my glasses. Give me a second.
Impact real quick. I'll be right back.
Alright, sorry about that. Didn't mean to throw y'all down. Where'd he go?
I don't think I have any more long bolts to put this on the engine standard.
Yeah, 7 people in both apps.
I'm not a big fan of flat washers or lock washers on my engine stands. I just usually run them down until the bolt nut welds itself. Tighten up.
Hi, diecast. The rocks. You say y'all tired or what? That was one long trip. I'm tired. I just want to sit on my butt.
I'm ready to get it. I want to see what we got.
I know.
It's
That's
the
why
only
I'm standing
excitement.
here.
It's the only excitement I got left.
What's she yelling for? I would like to sit down and eat.
you have an engine stamp? Small block Chevy should be something like that. Yeah. I'm not going to tell you guys how I picked it up. I'm kind of ashamed of it. I'm above the pair of bicycles. I think that's how I picked it up. Yeah, that's safe. Oh yeah. That's safe as it's gonna get. Let's say you do a lift kit on a squatted Crown Vic, you just stick the engine up.
You really named your name Kyle from TikTok. That's funny. He said hello. Been waiting to see y'all back on. How did the trip go?
Great.
Every time I tried to go live, we just didn't have signal. As soon as we hit West Virginia.
Yeah, West Virginia really doesn't have cell service very good.
It's kind of nice though.
Oh, it's great.
Thank you for the follow.
As soon as I have enough money to move out of Ohio, that's one more. Ohio sucks. All we got is caves. They got everything.
So hubby's on a 24-hour ban on TikTok, so we're using mine.
She was eating food in the back seat and said she was doing dangerous activity.
It literally was for the food. It wasn't even because he was
She
driving.
was eating copies.
It said it was a dangerous substance.
Yeah, dangerous substance. So if you guys want to catch me, that red triangle app, go over there. That's pretty, it sounded like that's where I'm going.
Well, you got 14 in triangle and you've got 45 on TT.
If I get one more hit on the white or on the TikTok, it's pretty much over. Man, the car's getting taller. Wow.
I thought that was crazy. I thought we'd just get flagged for him driving and me holding the phone, but no, it was dangerous substances for talkies.
Yeah, my daughter was eating in the back seat. Like, this is the first time I've ever pulled an engine out of a Crown Vic. Looks like a Chevy.
I still can't believe we made it home with it.
Oh yeah, I had no doubts in the old girl.
I knew it would fit. I just didn't know if it'd sit that low. Is the motor what you thought it was?
Yes, it's actually as good as we thought. We'll get a flashlight in here and see what I'm seeing. So the story was this bolt came loose because this bolt is what holds the distributor tie down. The distributor popped up, backfired real hard. The guy got it towed home, sold it to Jeff, the guy that we just went and met today. And Jeff had already found a engine for $500, so he didn't try nothing with this. And he reused the distributor from this motor in his new motor, and it worked. So the distributor gear is softer than the camshaft, which means it literally came loose, popped up, and everyone gave up on this thing. It is a relatively new crate motor that's been sitting in a garage for many years. Still has the barcodes on the heads, still has everything. There's nothing wrong with it. And I honestly think we could put a distributor in this thing and just turn it on.
I'll look it up, Toast. Am I supposed to look at you or the motor?
Either one. Push up on the trunk lid so I don't snap that piece of plastic. That's how easy it is to take the engine out of Grand Marquis LS.
Now how are you going to get back there?
I'm going to put it on that. I'm going to leave this thing in the carport. Yeah. See, this is OSHA approved. They're made to hold the weight, so you know. More about it. I'm gonna move my car forward before that falls off.
Literally. You wanna know something crazy? This is the most people I've ever had on my TikTok at once. They don't like me, it's you. There is 89 people in here and 29 on the other.
But looking at the age of this seal, doesn't have a lot of age on it, doesn't have a lot of wear on it. The freeze plugs look brand new. I mean, yeah, there's mud caked on it, but it was literally sitting in a dirt floor garage. So every time it rained, it had mud splashed on it. But look at the gaskets. Nothing wrong with it. Other than crap getting splashed on it for a few years, it sat in the floor, there's nothing wrong with this one.
I'm stopping trouble on this CJ5. It'll turn over and start for about 2 seconds and I kill. I changed the starter today and we'll try putting new plugs tomorrow and try again. I primed the car, but it's still not running, but for about 2 seconds and it kills it.
Where you at? You need some help?
So you're happy with the motor?
I think we got a very good deal from somebody that genuinely this one. Fastest engine swap I've ever done in my life. Now I've got to go find 4 long 3/8 by 16 bolts, which I'm not going to be able to find in my garage.
Now we might get to see the Jeep running in less than 2 years with this new motor.
That's the whole goal of why I asked the one guy for the 350 that he told me I could have, and he bailed out. And Jeff offered us up a really killer motor. I am going to shine a flashlight down here. He said something about the cam gear looking a little wore out. I don't think it is. Take a real good look, and I'd already made the drive, so I was bringing it home regardless.
Hey, you want me to grab those mics? They said it's hard to hear you.
There's zero wrong with the camera. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it if she looks down in
I
that
already
hole.
tried.
A little bit more there. And for this camera.
It's just trying to focus. Nice belly.
Okay, so there's nothing wrong with that camera. So unless it's got a rod knot, which I don't think it would because he sounded genuine.
They say they can't hear you. Go get your...
Because the air conditioner's on. Where's the mic at?
in the house.
Where's it at?
Hold these.
Sorry if it's hard to hear me. I'm standing next to a window air conditioning unit. But there's nothing wrong with the cam at all. Zero. Just stuck a flashlight down there. I can see them. They're shiny. There's no pitting, chipping. They look great. And yes, I picked it up with vice grips. But we need to go find 4 3/8 by 16 bolts. Long ones. It's kind of weird looking through two cameras at the same time. Here's the collection here. I don't think I'm gonna have 4 more. That was not long enough. That was definitely not long enough. Not even close. And see, you need the bolts because when you bolt onto an engine stand, you gotta go all the way through this and then into the casting. So, well, even I'm in here. I don't think I have any long ones back here. No. I'm hoping if it's standard bore, I got some flatties. But I don't think it's standard bore being a crate motor. It's only gonna go into one phone, whichever one ever having a hard time hearing.
Hang on, guys.
Wrangler with an SM465 and NP205 and 35s and 3/4 ton Chevrolet square body.
Is this supposed to be on?
Yeah.
Well, it just keeps blinking and turns off.
Is it dead? Should be on now. No problem. Hey, found one.
Ew, put it down, dude. Why are we playing with worms?
You want me to get that? Okay. One is not enough. Yeah. One's about 1.5 inches too long. It's the right thread. Looks like for right now, this is where it's at. Until I get 4 bolts from Tractor Supply tomorrow that are going to cost me like $2. But that's what it is. I'll take the measurements, put them in my phone, and get some bolts. I've got a lot of washers, but I've only got 1 bolt. You need 4 at least. I've done it with 3. To be completely honest, I've done it with 2. Let's be real. But 1's not enough. I could take the big block off the stand and use the bolts that are holding the big block onto that stand and use it. Nah, that's too much work. I ain't doing all that. Hello, Mr. Jeff. Here's your motor.
Can you get his gears lower?
Already did. Did it myself.
It's like a good 350. Is it a 4-bolt thing?
Don't know. Haven't run any casting numbers, but the casting numbers over here. That's right. This is the new style. Let's say 10243880. I'm gonna take the manifold off and look at the lifter valley, which I believe is a bunch of 1/2 inch bolts. Probably. Oh wait, hold on a second. She gave me a little bucket of bolts. Where's the bucket? Yeah. We got a bucket of bolts. Let's see if we get lucky, Mr. Jeff. Every mullet starts with a baby mullet. I'm not going to reuse any of these, like at all. So we're going to catalog these real quick. Not going to reuse that. Hold these. Okay.
Like I said, we will have to reevaluate our friendship.
This is a maybe. Why, you scared of mullets? Those are too short by a long shot. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get that lucky. There's the distributor hold down in question. Or at least a distributor hold down. I don't know if that's the one. But no dice on the bolt. I'm going to grab a 1/2 inch. We're going to zap them off. We'll see what happens. I don't know why I'm walking around with this bolt. Nah, we've done enough running today. I'm tired of running. We'll get them tomorrow. I'm going to be out anyways. Gotta go do the routes. I think. Where's the other one? Got him.
Every time I popped up a lot, we're at a bridge. Like, explain the bridge, man.
The bridge that's 875 feet off the ground. Yeah, it's pretty sick. Seriously. When did they change those from being a 10 millimeter? I'm coming back. Sorry, chat. Making my rounds. What?
He said when y'all wasn't going live, I got nervous and got caught speeding without alleged crime. LOL.
Wrong state. Yeah. Low miles. Doesn't even have a sludge on it yet. Anybody wants to question Mr. Jeff now? Go ahead. Low miles. I didn't either. Some people were like, eh. And I'm like, no. This guy's legit. So, yeah, he's legit. You really got to take your snap-on hammer and just take care of it. Low miles. Ow! Yeah, just left my finger there a little bit too long. Yeah, it is brand new. I'd say it can't have more than probably 1,000 on it. It's low. It's low. Heck, look inside the cooling jackets. They're brand new. There's a little bit of rust right here, but they're brand new. So I don't think the cam's hurt. You might be able to see it better now because you're not looking through so many pieces of metal. But right down in this hole, on that side, inside the hole, is a gear. You got to get right on top. That's you're looking at the oil pump. It's the gear behind the oil pump, closer to you. But it's brand new. There's nothing wrong with this motor at all, unless it's got a rod knock. I'm not going to claim that it does or doesn't. I don't know how much oil was in it, but going off what Jeff was told, it backfired. The distributor came loose and it stopped running. So that's what he was told. That's what I was told. The keepers are, the springs are brand new. The valve seals are brand new. I mean, it's got screw-in studs instead of press-in studs. Like, you can do a lot to this thing. I don't know if these casting is on these heads are any good because I'm not a big Vortec guy. Right here it says 007B. I don't know if that's a good one or not. It also says HL2 on it. If it's not like a 202, 460, 461, I don't know what it is. It's old school. So anybody that's Chevy smart are those good Vortec heads. But I think I'm going to go ahead and pull the heads off tomorrow in stream. I've already got head gaskets sitting on the shelf in here. It's not going to cost me $1 to take them off. I'm curious. We're also going to pull the cam out and inspect it. From what I can see, it looks amazing, but I'm pretty sure I have a valve cover gasket for it laying in the garage somewhere. I just got to look through my pile of gaskets for Chevy stuff, and I've probably got one. I am going to drop the oil pan off of it and check all the rod bearings, make sure everything's tight. I don't know, but from the looks of it, got a good deal. Thank you, Jeff. We need to go through and vacuum all the dirt and crusties out of it anyways. I don't know how long it sat without a distributor in it, so it's not dirty, but we're going to clean it up. So there you guys are. There's our new one-piece rear main seal Vortec 350 for the big block. And honestly, if these heads are decent and somebody has some old school heads like some 202s, 460s, 461s, and you want to trade, that's great, because my intake won't work on these heads, and I don't want to put that back on it because I'm not going fuel injected. So I will straight trade somebody for a classic set of small block Chevy heads, as long as they're closed chamber and they have 202 160s. If these are good heads, if they're not worth trading, then we'll figure something else out. I'll trade something else to get a set of heads. But to use my intake, and the reason I want to use my intake, I'll give you a little peep see. You go back out. That's why I want to use this. Looks a lot cooler than that plastic one, don't it? Yeah. So I need a set of heads. Old school small block. They bolt up the same. Doesn't matter. But if you need a set of Vortec heads, want a set of Vortec heads, hit me up. That's what she always says. But, you know, if you want to dabble with a little bit of nitrous, we can also spray the house down because she's already ready for the fogger kit.
Oh yeah, that looks nice.
So, need a set of old school Chevrolet small block heads, 202s, 460s, 461s, anything closed chamber. They don't have to be double pumps. Anything closed chamber with a 202 160, preferably dressed so that I don't have to buy a bunch of springs. But if not, I'll figure it out. Because what I think I want to do to this is take the cam out and maybe swap it. I don't know. It doesn't need a lot. As long as the bottom end's good, it don't need nothing. So I'm not trying to like fully rebuild it. I'm just trying to slap some heads on, bang this intake in there, and slap a little bit of a choppy chop cam in there, maybe even a used one off a marketplace. I don't care. But it is a hydraulic roller setup. That's why it has these. So this right here, some people call it this spider tray or whatever. All this is spring steel, and it holds these little dog bones down on your lifters, because these lifters have a ball bearing, well, not a ball bearing, but a roller bearing in them. And that rolls on the cam, which makes it a roller cam instead of a hydraulic flat tappet, or just a flat tappet. The hydraulic doesn't matter. You can get a solid too, but a flat tappet is just a flat piece of steel that rides on the cam lobe. This one has a bearing that rides on the cam lobe. So, yep, that's about it.
You're happy with it?
I think everybody's happy with it. We got an exceptional deal. As long as there's not a bunch of metal in the pan, we're doing great. From what I'm seeing, I really doubt it. Unless somehow the owner before Jeff ran it out of oil, it's probably fine. But there's no wear on anything. I don't see any glitter laying anywhere. I don't think it's got smoked cams in it. I'm not going to be able to tell till I spin it over and see if I see color in any of the rods. But I think we got a great deal. It looks great so far. And worst case scenario, I've got small block rods laying in there. Like, I got piles of them. So
You said you have so much knowledge.
I'm not that smart. I just know a little bit about these. So the only difference between a one-piece rear main seal and a two-piece is it's got a one-piece rear main seal, which means the crank's different. The rods are the same, the pistons are the same, the bearings are the same, and the heads are the same. The intake bolt's on different for the Vortex. So these pistons and rods, depending on the size, since it's a crate motor, they usually just tear apart a stock motor, clean up the bores, throw some pistons in it, and sell it again. So this thing could be 30 or 40 over. Don't know yet. If it's stock bore, I've got the flat tops laying in the floor. If it's 40 over, I think I got pistons for it, flat tops. And it's literally a direct swap. They've already got rings on them. All I got to do is clean the top up a little bit, stab them in the hole, and reuse the bearings that are in it. That's how sloppy we're talking about rebuilding this thing. I just want to do it quick. Zero expense. But that's about it for tonight. We've had a little bit of fun. I just got out of a car that I've been sitting in for almost 12 hours a day. We had a great time in West Virginia. The sights were amazing. We're going to post some of the pictures and small videos that we have of our explorations. Beautiful waterfalls. Driving through it in the morning, about 7:30, 8 o'clock. Well, it was about 9 o'clock by the time we got into West Virginia. The fog burning off the mountains. It was great. It is a wonderful trip. I would absolutely do it again. But yeah, we had a good time. We got a great motor out of it. I think there should be no problems with this. I don't see any evidence of foul play. It's got oil in it. I don't know how much because I just threw the dipstick in the trash, but we can find out real quick. There's a very good chance Mr. Jeff drained it before he took it out, but you know, you never know. Maybe it's got 5 quarts in it. Why am I pulling the dipstick out? Let's pull the tube back out. She bone dry. So hopefully they drained the oil and it's just not empty. Don't know. I also noticed there's a hole in the oil filter, but I'm hoping that happened later and not the reason why it's in my driveway, because then it's kind of a paperweight and I'll be getting rid of it. Or giving the block away for free to somebody watching if it's hurt, but I don't think it is. So that's enough for today. If you're on the Red app, thanks for being here. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, that way you know when we're going live. If you're on the other app, like, follow. Thanks for being in, hanging out. Thanks for doing your thing, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.